I'm Katelyn Hobin, and I'll be leading you today in a yin yoga, slower, more relaxing yoga class. So let's bring the knees open to about the width of the mat. Toes to touch behind us. Now, since you're at home, you can always get a rolled up blanket or a pillow. You can place it right behind the knees if your hips are a little bit tighter. So, option to walk the hands down the mat, sink the chest toward the mat. Child's pose. Deepen the breath, slow the breath. As you breathe in, fill the belly, expand the rib cage behind you. As you breathe out, slowly sink the chest a little bit deeper into the mat. Especially in yin yoga, we want to make sure that we're doing the poses very gently and not beginning at our edge, at our maximum stretch. We'll be holding the poses for a few minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. Remember that yoga is all about connecting the mind and the body. It's not about competition or judgment or doing your best. Let yourself just be. Come into the stretches in the easiest way possible for you, in the most relaxed, gentle way possible. Release yourself from any judgment. And if you feel any pain in a pose, make sure that you pull back. Continue breathing deeply. On your next inhalation, walk the handprints closer to the knees. Slowly lift the torso off the mat. Come into hero pose. And then onto your seat. We'll warm up the spine just a bit with a little more movement. Breathe in, raise the arms up. Breathe out, bring the right hand to the mat, open the left side body. Breathe in, raise the arms up. Breathe out, open the right side body. Breathe in all the way up. One more time on each side. And bringing the arms up overhead. Breathe out, gentle twist to the right. Bring the arms down. Let the chest remain open. Breathe in, raise the arms up. Breathe out, gentle twist to the left. Breathe in. One more time on each side. And bring the hands to heart center. Let's bring the footprints together to touch, butterfly pose. So option to extend the feet farther away from the body or bring them in closer to the body, whatever feels good to you. Open the chest here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's step the right footprint out to the right. And then bring that right foot to the right side glute. We call this Z pose. So breathe in, open the chest. Breathe out. Fold forward. And before we go all the way, we have another option to extend the left arm and get a stretch in the shoulder. Sweep the left hand behind the right elbow and then lay that arm down. Bring the chest toward the mat. And of course, you can use a rolled up blanket or a big pillow and just rest that big pillow right here. And continue with your breath. Notice whether your attention has drifted off somewhere else, into the past, into the future. Your to-do list. Intentionally bring your attention here to your mat, to the present moment. Bring your attention to your breath. As you breathe in, you know you're breathing in. You feel it. As you breathe out, you know you're breathing out. You feel it too. We can go through the entire day, our whole lives, without thinking about our breath. Remember it now. And whenever you're ready, bring your handprints back to the floor, to the earth. Raise the torso up. Come back to your seat. Step. Bring the right footprint back to touch the left footprint. Butterfly pose once again. Open the chest. Lift the heart. Breathe. Let's step the left footprint out. We'll do the other side, same thing. Bring the left footprint to the left glute. Z pose on the other side. And option to walk the hands forward, slowly sinking the chest toward the mat. And another option to extend the right arm forward. And thread the needle. Bring the right hand under the left elbow and sink the chest to the mat. Continue breathing in and breathing out slowly. What do you notice on this side? Maybe it feels different on this side than it did on the other. Just notice it without judgment. In this passive pose, relax the shoulders, relax the neck, relax even the muscles of the face. Continue bringing your attention to the present moment. With a gentle curiosity. Notice what you're feeling, body and in your mind. One last deep breath in here. And slowly bring the handprints back to the mat and lift up the torso back into your Z pose, your spine lifted. And step the left footprint forward and back together with the right footprint. Butterfly pose once again. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's extend both feet forward. Staff pose. Breathe in, reach the arms forward. Breathe out. Option to bend the knees a bit and recline over the legs. You can use a pillow here too, or your block. Notice here in your body where you feel the stretch. In your hamstrings, your calves. Maybe to get a little more sensation, maybe you flex the feet, bring the toes closer toward the knees. No need to touch the feet. Maybe you drop the head, maybe you keep the head in line with the neck and the spine. Whatever feels good. And whenever you're ready, slowly lift up. And bending the knees here, bring the feet just a little bit farther apart, maybe hip distance apart. Let's sweep the arms back behind us. We'll do a chest expansion. So option to interlace the fingers, bring the palms together to touch, or hold on to opposite elbows in a bind here. Whatever sensation gives you more of a stretch in the chest. And this stretch should feel good like all the other stretches. Make sure you're not pushing yourself too far. You can even cross the legs here. If we have a block or a blanket, we could even sit on that. Sometimes lifting the hips a little higher than the knees helps to make our easy sitting pose a little bit easier. Open the chest, bring the shoulders down away from the ears. Maintain a micro bend in the elbows at the very least. Maybe here it feels good to lean the head from one side gently to the other side. Or maybe we even rotate. Do little neck circles. And if we do that, make sure we don't drop the head back. Keep the neck muscles engaged. And make sure we do the other direction as well. And whenever you're ready, releasing. And move around the arms a little bit. Get the blood pumping back into your entire arm. If you had a block or a rolled up blanket behind you, place that at the front of the mat. Let's bring both legs behind us and slowly roll onto our belly. And we can take our forearms over the top of the mat and stack our forearms here. Lifting the chest, bring the shoulders back and down away from the ears. Baby cobra pose. We could even place a block or a blanket in front of us and rest our forehead here to make a more relaxed, passive pose. Continually bring the shoulders down away from the ears. If you want a little bit more of a curve to your spine, option to come into Sphinx Pose, bringing the elbows right under the shoulders. Shoulders back and down away from the ears, handprints down on the mat in line with the elbows. Make sure to keep the head and neck in line with the spine. So no need to lift the head back unnaturally there. Continue breathing. Continue your breath, breathing in slowly, breathing out slowly. And now, releasing the lift here, bringing the chest back to the mat. Let's curl the toes under. Sweep the hands a little bit farther down toward the lower end of the mat. Slowly lift up the chest and the torso off the mat. Come onto the knees. Walk the knees up farther. And come onto your seat. Bring the legs out in front of you. Breathe in, reach forward, staff pose. Breathe out, recline all the way down onto the spine. Let's bring the left knee in toward the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out, cross the left knee over to the right side body, supine twist. Option to extend the left arm long toward the left side. You can also place a block or a blanket underneath the left knee. If you're feeling like you want some more stretch here, you can sneak up the left knee a little closer toward the right elbow. Option to extend the left leg long to the left, and then reach the right hand for the left foot. Continue breathing here. As you breathe in, know you're breathing in. Feel it. As you breathe out, know you're breathing out. Feel it too. One last deep breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly bring the left knee back in toward the chest. And extend the left leg long down the mat. Let's do the other side. Bring the right knee in toward the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Cross the left knee over to the right knee, over to the left side. And again, option to place a mat under the right knee, a block or a pillow. Extend the right arm long to the right side. And if you want more of a twist, more of a stretch, you're not quite feeling it, option to extend the right leg long and reach the left hand toward the right foot. Notice how this side might feel different than the other side. It's totally natural. Continue breathing. One last deep breath in. And bring the right knee back in toward the chest and extend it long down the mat. Reach the arms up overhead. Lengthen the entire body. Pencil stretch. Reach the fingertips and the toes as far apart as you can. And then release. Coming into our final resting pose, our Shavasana. Option to bring the arms wherever it's comfy. Leave them up overhead or to a T out to the side or alongside the body. Option to peel the shoulders off the mat and rotate them back and down. Legs can remain extended out long down the mat. Or if you have some lower back pain, sometimes it helps by bending the knees, bringing the footprints to the mat, closer to the glutes. Maybe send the feet a little bit wider, width of the mat, and then let the knees sink in to rest onto one another, to fall in bridge. In your final resting pose, check in with yourself. How are you feeling? Do you feel different than when you started? Continue with that deep breathing. Let your entire body relax. Let your legs relax, your arms, your feet, your hands, your torso, your shoulders. Bring relaxation to the muscles of your neck, your jaw, your temples. Relax your eyebrows. Breathe in. You know that you're breathing in. Breathe out. You know you're breathing out. And of course, you can remain here in your final resting pose for as long as you like. But whenever you're ready to come back, Gently awaken the body again. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, rotate the wrists, rotate the ankles. One way, and then the other direction. Bring one knee in toward the chest. Bring the other knee in toward the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring the knees to rest on the right side. Raise the right arm up overhead and rest the head on the right bicep. Take a few breaths in this position. One last deep breath in here. Bring the handprints to the earth and lift up the torso. Come to your seat. Thank you so much for practicing yoga with me today. The light, the love, the teacher, the student in me recognizes the light, the love, the teacher, the student in each of you. Namaste.